Alright, hey you guys, TsubakiSwagg, and I'm coming to you with my review of Naruto Shippuden episode 469, a special mission. And can I just say, am I the only one who got really fucking excited when I realized what this episode was? Because at one point, I think it might have been less than a year ago, it was around the time that Naruto, the manga, ended. They made they showed like a picture of Kakashi without his mask on. It was still in Japanese, so I didn't get to read it. I think it was in the manga that was dedicated to Kakashi. I'm not absolutely sure because I have not read it, but I do remember seeing the picture because I remember when the picture first came out, and I was just like, this is it? Wait a minute. We have been waiting all these years to figure out what Kakashi looks like, and he looks like a normal person. I mean, he is pretty hot. But I was expecting so much more from how he looked. But watching the episode, and when they first introduced Sky into the story, he just popped up out of nowhere. I was like, I have a really, really strong feeling that that is Kakashi. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think that that is Kakashi. And I said it throughout the whole episode. I was like, he knows a little bit too much for this to not be Kakashi. And then it put the icing on the cake, and it made me realize that it was when Guy came up to him and was all in his face and stuff, and was like, do I know you from somewhere? And Skye was like, no, you don't. No, I don't think so, blah blah blah. And then Guy went about his business. But I was like, oh my god, we're finally going to be able to see Kakashi's face. And I don't know, I just found that so funny and awesome and sad at the same time, because now it's like the end of a chapter. We all know what he looks like now, even though, like I said, we've been waiting years to see what Kakashi looks like. But this whole episode is pretty much them trying to figure out ways to get Kakashi's mask on, and Kakashi was actually the one who was helping them, which I find really funny. But this episode was just amazingness. It was the icing on the cake, because Kakashi is really attractive. I will definitely give him that one. He is very attractive. But that was very well thought out with the face stickers and the paint and the contact. Everything was so well thought out, and it makes me sad because I still don't think that Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura ever actually got to see what he looks like without his mask on. Maybe one day he'll show them after all this is said and done. Because, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal, but I understand where he's coming from with it, because it does give them something to work toward. And they do work together better when they're trying to figure out how to get his mask off. Even everyone in the other teams were working with them to try to get him to take his mask off. And it was going pretty freaking well if it hadn't been for Tenten, Lee, and Neji. I miss Neji so much. It hurts my heart thinking about Neji not being here. But if it hadn't been for them, they probably would have gotten his mask off. Well, they would have got off his first mask, because it showed that he had on a second mask. Who wears two masks? I don't understand. Is it really that freaking serious? But it is what it is. This episode was pretty freaking awesome. Even though you guys know I'm really not a huge filler person, I've been waiting to see this animated for the longest. So yeah, I got really excited when I saw what this episode was. But if you guys haven't noticed, because I didn't review last week's episode, I didn't mention it, but the intro changed. It was slight changes, because a lot of the parts were still the same that were in the opening for Naruto, but now you see that Naruto is not sinking into the I don't know what you would call that, mud, abyss, whatever you want to call that black substance that the clones are coming out of and they're fighting. But he's actually up and fighting alongside his comrades. And I feel like that it might not be really significant, but I feel like there is a reason why he is up and fighting now, and he's not sinking, and they didn't have to save him, because maybe he's going to save them at one point. You never know. And then also we got a new outro too, which was so freaking pretty. I feel like the lanterns that they lit to like send away signifies all the people that they've lost during the war. Maybe, I'm not absolutely sure, because I didn't realize there were that many people. When they like panned out and showed all of the people holding lanterns, I was like, good God, I didn't realize. Excuse me. It is early in the morning. Did not realize that there was that many people that was fighting alongside them in the war. So yeah, I have a really strong feeling that that signifies like all the people that they've lost, or maybe the people that they've lost along the way up until this point. And I did also notice in the intro, going back to the intro, that Orochimaru was with the Kages. Like, they showed the Kages, like Susukage, Mizukage, Kazekage, Hokage. What do you want, Levi? And all the, like, the other Reikage. I don't know why I could not think of it to save my life, but it showed all of them together, but it also had Orochimaru in the picture too. I'm like, where the fuck does Orochimaru come into this situation? Why is he significant to the Kages? Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I'm not absolutely sure, but I was like, why is he popping up? And then it also shows Naruto's parents, Kushina and Minato, and then it showed Jiraiya, which, can I just say, I freaking miss Jiraiya. Jiraiya was probably like one of my favorite characters ever in Naruto. He was fucking badass and hilarious, and I see how Naruto is so much like him. But maybe one day, because I feel like he's really not gone. I could be wrong. I honestly feel like he didn't die in that episode or chapter, whichever way you want to think about it, when he was fighting the paths, like when he was fighting Pain, and he like sunk into the water. He's a toad. I feel like Jiraiya wouldn't die from that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm really just overthinking, but there's a lot of things going on. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts about the new intro and outro. What do you think? Is there anything different that you think might signify something for those of you who don't read the manga? And there's my cat. Also, I would love to hear you guys' outtake on the outro as well. But yeah, let me stop rambling and let you guys go, because I've been talking for a while. So yeah, I would love to hear how you guys felt about this episode. How do you feel about finally seeing Kakashi's face after all this time? This was a filler worth waiting for. So yeah, so as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.